Here on Facebook Live, and here he is right now, Dan
Hey,
Corso. How are we doing?
Timing. Good. How are you?
Absolutely.
Nice
Appreciate the time.
Yeah, what a day.
Yeah.
What
a weekend.
Yeah,
huh? And
yeah.
what a night tomorrow night coming at us.
Yeah, here we are in the what we like to call the epicenter of college football,
Yes.
Atlanta, Georgia. And we have got a clash of titans for sure lined up. And you can look around, you see just so many people coming out here and celebrating the sport of college football and the culminating game in the epicenter.
And somebody like you, in a position that you are, it just must be awesome to sit back and look at everything and be like, this is awesome.
Yeah, you know, we're really fortunate. As I run the Atlanta Sports Council, and our role is to recruit events like this to Atlanta. And then once we get them, we help organize and manage them. But there are so many great people and organizations here in Atlanta that are involved in that process of recruiting the events and then putting them on that we're really lucky to have fantastic partners, because it takes more than one person and one organization. It takes a lot, because you know, sports events are very beneficial to communities. I mean, you look around here, this is all visitors coming in and spending money. So it's very lucrative to a community, but also there's an energy and a social impact that's created. The buzz and the excitement of having a big event like this, and then the attention of media like yourself. And it's real competitive. Cities all over the country compete for the right to host these events, and we were really, really fortunate back in November of 2015 when Bill Hancock of the College Football Playoff named Atlanta as host for 2018.
So the process of recruiting these kinds of events, you got the Super Bowl coming up, men's Final Four as well. What do you go through to actually make that all happen?
So it's a very organized process, and we're actually in the middle for a bid for the 2026 World Cup now with the United Bid Committee on the North American bid. So we hope to have Atlanta be a part of that equation should our country's bid come to fruition in 26. But so the rights holder, in this case the College Football Playoff, will issue an RFP, which is basically a document that states the requirements of hosting and their desire to see your pitch and your proposal and what your vision is, and so you react to that, and you get the right people and the right companies around the table to analyze it and break it down, and then it's a real defined set timeline of when you need to have certain things ready to go. And every city does it a little bit differently, but I think our approach is turned to be pretty good.
So in terms of the title game tomorrow night, do you have any opportunity to kind of take a breath, or are you just always moving here?
No, I think we're the hosts, right? Yeah. And so we're the local boots on the ground to the College Football Playoff. It's their event, and we are their hosts and bringing their party to our community, and we want to make it as special as possible. So you don't really ever take a rest, but you don't want to, because it's exciting. I mean, we're talking about college football, right? Sure. And so down here, that is beyond passionate, and it's really, really fun and cool to see it all come together. I mentioned we were awarded the event in 2015. Our bid process began in February of 2015, so it took almost that full calendar year to go through the bid, then be awarded, and then in September of 2016, we started our host committee. We launched it, and we have about 13 folks on our committee that are employed to kind of run the day-to-day operations, and we've been going at it daily ever since, and working really closely with the folks at the College Football Playoff.
We've been roaming the grounds here, and it's just amazing the passion that we get out of these Georgia fans, these Alabama fans, but particularly Georgia. There's a lot of them out there. And just talk about Atlanta as a city in terms of sports fandom, because we talk about New York, we talk about LA, Boston, Atlanta, pretty good sports city.
Yeah, thank you. I think we're right up there with any city in the country because of the quantity. It really becomes an entertainment value, and good cities have good arts and culture and sports, and it's a great place to live when you have that mix. And we're certainly up there with our choices of professional and collegiate sports. We've got great annual events, and if you go through the list of all sports, we've got just about everything here. We don't have a pro rugby team yet, but maybe one day we'll get that.
So we're showing footage here of the collapse, if you will, the Georgia Dome going down, and then you have the beautiful Mercedes-Benz Stadium. How about that transition, taking one down and putting one up?
Yeah, credit to Arthur Blank and Rich McKay and Mayor Reed here and Governor Deal of the state of Georgia for putting all that together. It's a fantastic example of private-public partnership, and that building is without a doubt a game changer.
Beautiful.
When we were bidding on this event, as I mentioned earlier, there was nothing but renderings and specs, drawings. It wasn't obviously had come to life, and now to see it to that point where we're just over 24 hours away from kickoff is really exciting.
And the World Cup potentiality would be very exciting as well.
Yeah, it would be. We think we fit nicely into that formula of hosting a World Cup. Our Atlanta United franchise is the top in the league. Again, credit to Arthur Blank and Darren Eales and that leadership. Again, it goes back to the quality of Atlanta and our community to embrace these events as we organize them, and then also embrace our teams.
Dan Corso, president of the Atlanta Sports Council. How can we learn more about you guys?
AtlantaSportsCouncil.com.
Okay. All right. There you have it. Appreciate the time, sir.
Thanks so much. Appreciate it. Enjoy your time.
Enjoy it.